Hello, it's Dr. Eloise Matthews from Pinnacle Sports Physicians. Today we're going to talk about exercise as medicine. Low fitness kills more people every year than smoker diabetes. Edward Stanley Smith, who was a British Prime Minister, stated that those who cannot find time for exercise will have to find time for illness. So here's a slide showing the health benefits of exercise, and overall we can reduce the all-cause mortality by 30%. We can reduce dementia by 30%. We can reduce hip fractures by 68%. We can reduce depression by 30%. We can reduce colon cancer by 30% and breast cancer by 20%. Type 2 diabetes can be reduced by 40%. These are massive numbers and can make huge difference to both our patients' lives, but also the health of our general community. I feel personally that at every consultation, we should be discussing exercise with our patients and trying to get them to adhere to the health recommendations for exercise. I do recognise that although this is extremely important and something that I am very passionate about, there are times where it may not be appropriate to counsel patients in terms of the exercise requirements. I always think that it is appropriate to discuss the level of activity and flag where you may return in further consults to discuss their levels of activity. So if you have identified that the patient normally is fairly inactive and they have come in with an acute injury, you may then say, well, we need to sort out your acute injury first in this consultation, but once that has settled down, we will discuss your further exercise requirements. So let's discuss how active the general population are. And let's start with children. If we talk about children between the ages of 2 and 17 years of age, the national recommendations for exercise is 60 minutes per day, and we find that 30% meet these recommendations. I find it rather scary that in 1980, the time for the average child to run 1.6 kilometers was significantly faster than it is now. In fact, a child in 2015 will have finished 250 meters behind a child from 1980. When we talk about the levels of strength recommendations that our population meet, things aren't much better. In 16 to 84-year-old females, 20 to 25% of females meet the strength recommendations. This is slightly better in males between the ages of 18 and 34, who are up around 35%. Males between the ages of 35 and 84, however, are back down at the 20% level. In the elderly population, so that's those over 65 years of age, only 25% meet the recommendations for exercise and a mere 15% reach the strength recommendations. I wanted to discuss a little about counselling patients to increase the exercise levels and what helps to make people change their routines. I think goal setting is important, and understanding what drives a patient can really be a great help in trying to change their behaviours. I think giving a reason for the importance of making the change can also be very important. So some patients are motivated by health outcomes, as they may have had a close relative or friend go through cancer, for example. Others may be motivated by their weight or their appearance, and others may be motivated just by what they find fun. These factors really need to be taken into consideration and personalised for the individual that you have in front of you. The social setting around exercise is important. So some people like exercising all alone, whereas others like to be in groups or with a buddy. And resources that are available to the individual are also important. It's no use trying to get someone to go to a swimming pool if the closest pool is 20 kilometers away and they don't have free access to a car. Incidental activity should also be optimized, and basic strategies about parking the car further away from work or using the stairs instead of the lift, getting out and playing with the kids, getting out and doing the gardening, all of these things count towards daily exercise. Hopefully that compels you to help me to keep everyone meeting the exercise recommendations for health in the general population. It's certainly very important for physical and mental health, and I think that we can make a huge difference in this space. I look forward to seeing you for our next 5-minute CPD session, and I hope you enjoyed this one. See you later.